I train my players with the idea is that you have 3 axes of rotation.
Mm-hmm.
You're either going to rotate off of your front foot, the front half of your body, or you're going to rotate from your core and your spine inside your cylinder, so to speak. And then more and more often you're seeing that diagonal backwards movement where now you're rotating off of your back foot and doing, 150 degrees of rotation or more. So can you speak to that from a training standpoint of developing those different axes of rotation?
Absolutely. It's about training the body in a functional fashion. I keep my athletes off training on machines, because movement is about different patterns and different angles and rotations and so on and so forth. So really I try to have my athletes work in as much free movement as possible and in a standing position, because that's what you're going to be doing on the court when you're playing, is you are going to be required to have strength and better movement while you're standing up. I can never understand why trainers are putting athletes or clients on machines in fixed movements when 80% of the body is rotational. So, and as you know, even a serve is an incredible movement where the torque and the rotation and the knee bend and the kinetic chain all working together it's crucial that you're training the body in a functional way with diverse movements and patterns.
There's been a lot of fascination with the P90X or whatever it's called, and use the concept of muscle confusion, right, so that your body's, more often in a state of growth. And so what are some exercises that you use that kind of bring these different movements in different directions? What would be something you do?
Well, working with free weights or free movement equipment like medicine balls, physio balls, dumbbells, tubes, bands, all these types of things are going to help the athlete move into tennis-specific positions and diverse positions. Twists from example, bending the knees down to left ankle, bringing the body up and turning up to right side shoulder. These type of twisting exercises, which are going to strengthen the body in a transverse fashion. Lunging, instead of just a normal lunge, have a lunge and a rotational twist with a medicine ball, for example. So you're teaching the body to stabilize in the legs, mobilize in the core. These are the type of exercises I'm working with my athletes, and the results have been pretty good.
Okay, so you used 2 words there that, could be considered buzzwords. And for those who are not initiated in the use of the word stabilize and mobilize. So if you could break down stability and mobilization for people that might not be aware of what those are.
Well, basically, there's certain areas in the body that you want to be more stable, and areas where you want to be more mobile. And mobility is basically also rotation. So, for example, a player running laterally to a ball will have to, let's say they're running to their forehand on the right-hand side of the court. They're gonna have to stop with that right leg, and that hip and right side of the core is going to have to stabilize, for example, so it's going to stop instead of falling over to the side. The mobility part of that shot is obviously them now going to be rotating and hitting the ball and following through. There's going to be that mobility. So you've got like stability from the hips down, in the legs, keeping the body still from falling over to the side, and then you've got mobility in the upper body, rotating and hitting through. So that's a pretty good example of stability and mobility in one movement, so to say.
majority of athletes around the world are dissatisfied with the conditions of their training. The new book from author Bill Patton, The Athlete-Centered Coach, 107 Reasons It's All About Them, available on Amazon, shows that athlete-centered coaches are a large part of the solution to this problem. The Athlete-Centered Coach creates opportunities to think through the pertinent issues that coaches can work with to take their coaching to a new level, revolutionizing the experience for their athletes, teams, and organizations. The Athlete-Centered Coach is a collection of 107 essays that are tied together with coaching at a higher level, in the zone, in a performance state of doing everything at the best possible time and place. The Athlete-Centered Coach is about everything that is timely, excellent, developmentally appropriate, and teaches the life skills that translate to a life filled with joy from the experience. The Athlete-Centered Coach from author Bill Patton is available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback editions. Order your copy today.